Oh yeah, some secret. Oh, no, it's just sweet things. Sweet love. One of my kindergarten teacher that's oimaji. It's like a former oikebajo. So it's like a former horse race place in the JP Island. And that's the place I grew up when I was around 6 years old, 9 years old. It was 9 years old at the period, two different places. So technically that's 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, and 9 years old. But 6 years old, you turn the birthday, change the age. But anyway, so yeah, one of my kindergarten teacher, I was in love with her. And that's just like a sweet way, like an idol. Oh, she's one of my idol, I like. But no, she loved me too, really in a sweet way, good way. Like a good teacher. And a good teacher, sweet student relationship, all like sweetness. So much in love. And she and her co-worker, the colleagues, the other teacher, two of them came to my home visitation time, and yeah, we enjoyed the time together in my parents' bedroom, and yeah, like I was like no fear or like giggling. I was giggling and like put something on her back things, and I could see her bra, but that was kind of funny. It's like, oh my gosh, the first time I saw like somebody like this close like this, ha ha ha. I was like laughing, and she was also laughing or just giggling. That was because I was doing something on her back things. Like I wanted to put something on her, like in her t-shirts on the back side, like a kids like just playing around. That was cute. We were like having something cute moment. I know that like I was just laughing, me and my younger sister there, my younger sibling. A sister, let's say, called it, but that was like cutest moment. I should cherish it. Maybe should do this story time. Because makes me giggle, makes me fun, makes me feel good there. So maybe every once in a while, like a therapy, secret therapy session, like should do this story time again, say 3 times a day, 3 times a week, or maybe 3 times a month. This is story time there. Whenever I remember as a fun way, it's good to me. And so, but this teacher, this kid, one, it's in the JP Islands because I went there like 6, if count the number. I went to total number would be 6 different kindergartens. I went there, all the experiences. So yeah, but this on the last kindergarten, the preschool I went, and I remember that it was like around 6, 7 years old, around 6 years old that time. So, and me and one of this kindergarten teacher, we had those letter exchange every time. At least it's New Year's card, like a Christmas card. In that era, before 90s, over 20 years, over 15 years, every year. Before I changed the home, because in those era I had to change the home a lot, and I lived in a different country. So before that, always to my parents' home, came to that Japanese style, Japanese New Year's card, 正月の手紙、明けましておめでとうの手紙、年賀状だ。It's called 年賀状in a J Island language. Almost forgot the words because never used the word again. So always it's called 年賀状. Yeah. After that, over 20 years, that letter exchange at least once a year. That greeting thing is always one of my first grade elementary, the primary teacher too. One of my favorite. But not in a romantic way. But this kindergarten teacher is like, oh my gosh, sexually so idol. I liked it. I felt. Yeah. And 6 years old. Also, but when I was in 7 years old, one of my classmates, it's just like happened. One of my boy classmate, the first love. That was actually the first love. I was like falling hard for him. for this guy, 7 years old. That's one of the stories there. Stories, 7 years old, so maybe I can share. But at that time, kind of big secret, I never can tell such a big story to me. But I can't marry him, I know that, because of his character. By the way, your character is good, I know that, like, we all can have a sweetness, but not him. Of course, not him. I know all of his character. It's throwing the 10% room to my teacher like that. And I mean, that's, we all know his craziness. So, I mean, boy and girl different, and him. I know he could be nice to her, so maybe only sexually I'm interested in him. But not like a little bit marriage way, but not real marriage. Like husband and wife, not like that all the time. I can't live with him, because I know him. In a first grade level, but something so true to, like forever. Forever goodness, dear. Anyway, one of these, brush and teeth. Every time I eat sugar, I have to brush the teeth, especially this teeth condition after the experience. But anyway, I mean, the teeth was already one of the teeth like cracked before, so there's no way my teeth already like permanently harmed maybe, so I have to be careful because of that sugar actually. So by the way, you made that sugar things, and you too, that's a cute, it's sweet, and you made that, let's say like camouflage. Shout out not only you, but other you included in this section, but I like it. Yeah, so you made that thing, it's fun to see. Some shout out group like here again included. Anyway, this Kinder, one of our kindergartens and one of the kindergarten teachers. Such a the sweetest inspiration, aspiration. So shout out this one, including authentic secret diary. Group like it. Thank you. You are shared. Love you. You are star. I'm telling G's too, of course. G R is there. G R coded word. Nickname too, of course. Of course, friends Julia, Sabrina, Lindsay, Angela, Ashley too. Such a sweet friends. Thank you too. Shout out to group including. Love you.